there's a way to make an entrance.
This is my destiny.
It was now a conspiracy of witches.
But this was a kitchen like none I'd seen. Put a card in the slot, and onto the screen pops a picture of just how your dish will look, plus all the ingredients you need to cook.
Automation was the ultimate dream for the mid-century homeowner. Thanks to perfectly designed kitchens with labor-saving gadgets, modernization promised consumers a life of ease. Frigidaire imagined a futuristic kitchen where the automatic oven baked the cake. 70 years on, the dream hasn't changed.
So we're going to start here at the front of my home. Here I have my LG Smart Door. Right next to it I have my LG Fresh Keeper for deliveries.
Consumer electronics companies are always looking for innovations. This might have been developed by the CIA.
This is called biometric authentication.
But if it has a real-world application, these corporations will find it.
And the key to getting inside is actually the veins in my palm.
The COVID-19 pandemic has focused attention on the home as a haven, and any tech that reduces person-to-person contact will be in demand.
There you go. I get a receipt screen, so I can go ahead and check and make sure that everything I ordered is here. Now, watch what happens when I close this door. I get the details of my next delivery.
As well as high-tech gadgets, we'll prioritize freshness and sustainability. How about combining them?
There's nothing quite like the satisfaction of growing and eating your own produce. Now, this is my indoor garden. It's one of the column-style appliances, kind of like the wine cellar here and the freezer here. Now, you can actually grow vegetables and herbs all year round from seed to table with very little hassle.
Our love of big screens hasn't waned, but the desire to have them dominating our living spaces has. Tomorrow's televisions are elegant and discreet, disappearing from view until required. Invisible, personally responsive technology merges into our lives, connecting us in every room of the house with time-saving innovations. The focus is on continuous improvement, as electronics companies battle it out to create the easiest and most intuitive solutions to automating household chores. The purpose is to free up our time for more enjoyable activities, in the same way electric washers once freed women from the drudgery of the washboard and wringer.
This InstaView can show you what's inside the fridge, but the new InstaView can actually recognize items as well. So let me show you what I'm talking about with this eggplant here. So I go ahead and I open the InstaView. I'm going to pull out the crisper, put the eggplant in the crisper, close the crisper, close the doors, and there we go. Eggplant is added to crisper. Now I can see here that nice clear picture. If I go up here, I see that the eggplant was added to my food inventory, and this is going to keep track of things like expiration dates. Now if I go up here, I have recipes, so I can choose my ingredients, and I get recipes that contain those ingredients. So because this is an eggplant, I get things like ratatouille. Now let me show you what the menu looks like, what the recipes look like. I have a description, it'll read it to me if I want it to, and I have this button here that says preheat oven. Now this is one of the comforts of living in a totally connected home. If I hit preheat oven, my oven is going to automatically start to preheat at the correct setting and the correct temperature.
You might be surprised which items in our future homes will be connected. Once used just for grooming, the humble bathroom mirror might be transformed into a touchscreen. Multitask by shopping or checking in with social media while you wash and dress. How does it work? It all comes down to the Internet of Things, or IoT. IoT is an evolution of mobile, home, or embedded applications that can be connected to the Internet. As related devices connect with each other, they can become an intelligent system of systems. And when these intelligent devices and systems share data over the cloud and analyze it, they can transform our businesses, our lives, and our world in countless ways. The potential for our lives to be improved through greater connectivity is increased when the transformative power of robotics is added to the mix. In recent years, developers have made huge advances in their ability to control robot motion. With the help of advanced programming and precision engineering, robots are poised to take over the kitchen, if not the world. Imagine a robot selecting the ingredients from the pantry, preparing them for cooking, and then creating a meal. It's already happening. Personal robots like Samsung's Temi can follow you around the house like a butler. These robots are the early prototypes for products that will eventually integrate into our lives in ways we can only imagine. Temi uses autonomous navigation and AI technologies to provide services previously restricted to humans. In a world where it's sometimes safer to limit face-to-face contact, robots like Temi will become a vital member of the workforce. Robotic technology is also becoming more agile and intuitive. For those who have large perimeters to secure, robots such as the S5 security bot can perform monitoring services. Mixing autonomous vehicle technology and camera surveillance, these robots effectively identify and track down intruders. But not all robots are large and threatening. The Tarpia communication robot is more like a cute animatronic friend. Tarpia can alert you when your cooking is ready. Buttons and controls are minimized in favor of voice commands. Thanks to the Internet of Things, assistants such as Tarpia and Samsung's Barley will connect home appliances and intuitively know how we need to use them.
New devices and technologies like robots that are like companions, helping you live a fuller, happier life. To show you, I want to invite a special guest to the stage. Say hello to Barley.
Barley is another personal robot that uses artificial intelligence to understand its owner's commands. Creating the right framework for a ball-shaped robot wasn't easy. Original plans to make the ball out of cloth were changed when designers realized this could be too fragile, especially if Barley was anywhere near dogs. The hard, rich plastic of Barley will stand up to considerable wear and tear.
This is a feature of a new personal care, designed to make your life just a bit easier.
So while we've upgraded from push buttons to voice commands, our desire for an easier life through automation is the same as our mid-century forebears. How will connected homes change our lives into the future? And what sort of home tech will future generations aspire to?
Hi, Bali.
As well as the home, the Internet of Things is set to make trips into the country safer. With the help of a drone, connected cars can warn drivers of poor visibility and other hazards on the road.
We've seen how the car is able to communicate with its surroundings in the city
and now in rural areas too. In this pilot test, we added a drone that sends information to the cellular network, which sends it to the vehicle, and the driver can see the information displayed on the instrument panel. Drones will protect areas where there's poor visibility or have difficult access. We aim to employ technology to improve road safety.
Similar predictive technology is being integrated into city driving.
SAIAT's connected cars receive real-time traffic information from the Traffic Authority's central cloud, including information displayed on motorway panels or traffic light status in cities. The traffic light sends a signal to the authority's cloud about when it's going to change. The car receives this information and alerts the driver of its status, depending on driving speed. If it's about to go red, drivers can begin to decelerate. It works as long as you are driving below the speed limit, because the system doesn't alert the driver at higher speeds. It's important for road safety as an auxiliary tool that enables motorists to drive much more smoothly. We can accomplish the same as what we used to do with variable message signs on the roadway, but now directly to the car from any point on the road. We can reach everywhere in Spain.
Connecting cars to real-life traffic data will also benefit the development of driverless cars. LG's connected car allows travelers to spend time on more productive activities than driving. Car fleets are likely to include the ability to personalize and streamline the journey through facial recognition.
So it knows who I am. Now keep in mind, LG ThinQ knows where I'm at. Also, it gives me my seat assignment, and now I can go inside. Now the first thing I like to do when I get inside is I put my jacket into this clothing care compartment. Now this compartment is going to get rid of wrinkles, it's going to get rid of odors, which I really appreciate. It's going to get rid of dust and allergens. And the best part is, it uses pure water, steam, and no chemicals, so I should show up nice and fresh. Let me tell you a little bit about the connectivity of LG ThinQ. When I was at home not too long ago, I was watching a soccer game. ThinQ knows this. Now ThinQ also knows that I'm in the smart car, right? Because I did the verification. Now watch what happens when I speak kind of vaguely, just out to my virtual personal assistant right here. Watch what happens. Hi LG. Can you show me the highlights? There you go. So LG knew that I was talking about the soccer highlights and not something else. I could again just speak to my virtual personal assistant, or I can go ahead and press that button. The drinks rise up to greet me. Now, watch the screen and notice what happens as soon as I take a drink out. I'm automatically charged $2. Now the question is, how does it know that I'm the one who took it out and not my neighbor here or the person in front of me? Well, again, that is the virtual personal assistant up here, which can also read my motions and my movements. So it reads that I'm the one who took it out.
The technology behind connected cars and robotics sometimes appears seamless, as if there's no human intervention. But every aspect has been created by a human, making the relationship between artificial intelligence and mankind an essential collaboration. Creatives who combine art and technology are essential in a world where machines are so powerful.
My name is Madeline Gannon, and people call me the Robot Whisperer. So this is the first time I've ever visited a car factory and been surrounded by so many robots. How many machines are collaborating at the exact same time to manufacture these highly complex things? And the entire building is a robot.
Madeline uses robotic body language to develop connections between humans and machines.
As an artist and as a designer and as a researcher, I want to find ways to show that robots can not only be useful, but they can be meaningful to our lives. And that's really where the arts come in.
She sees robots as beings with mechanical minds and muscles, reminding her of ants working towards a common goal. Researchers aim to demonstrate that as well as automation, robotic technology can be used to expand and increase human capabilities. Science fiction tells us to be careful and not to create robots so intelligent they take over the world. But the reality is that artificial intelligence has the capacity to improve our lives beyond our imaginings. Partnering with virtual technology brings innovations and creative solutions. Repairs can be done remotely. Health conditions can be diagnosed without the need to visit a doctor's surgery in person. And safety testing can be done without risking people's lives. Virtual design allows greater precision and creative detail, easily shared between collaborators in different countries. The ability to test on the screen before committing to the road opens a greater range of possibilities and sometimes leads to transformative technologies. But just because technology was developed for consumers doesn't mean it can't be used in wider applications. Composite materials produced by the Italian sports car maker Lamborghini have been sent to the International Space Station. These materials are used in cutting-edge carbon fiber research.
The Houston Methodist Research Institute, we are very excited of having the opportunity to partner with other industries to perform research that otherwise could not be performed anywhere else.
From when we started in the early 2018, our collaboration with the Houston Methodist Research Center, we defined together that the most severe space where it's possible to investigate the behavior of our composite material was the space. We decided to send our CFRP on ISS station. In this system, it's possible to evaluate what happened in conditions that are the more extreme as possible, for example, with UV radiation, atomic oxygen, and the temperature gap difference that is one of the higher that is possible to have.
Automobile Lamborghini has a keen interest in testing their carbon fiber material on the International Space Station because it may set the foundation for 3D printed technologies farther down the road.
For the same reason, the Methodists decided to send the material on the ISS station because also they needed to check what happened in terms of biocompatibility of this material in this extreme condition.
This investigation will hopefully provide Automobile Lamborghini with insight on how to utilize their material beyond the automotive industry, as well as we hope that we will be able to leverage the same type of information for our research down here on Earth for biomedical applications.
We are very proud about the fact that we are the first car manufacturer to send our material on the ISS station. And due to this, to guarantee that in terms of performance, we have tested our material in the most extreme condition that everybody can imagine.
From the start of the electronic age, entertainment has been a key focus for innovation. The simple shapes that characterized the 1970s video game Pong have given way to games of astonishing realism. The acceleration of computing power that has been so beneficial to biomedical space research is also improving our home entertainment. It's estimated there are 2.5 billion gamers around the world, spending more than $90 billion a year. LG's Dual Play allows 3D TV users to see different pictures on the same screen when they don special glasses. Each racer sees their car on the full screen and there's no chance to cheat. So, how is this possible? LG made the clever decision to put 2 left-eye 3D lenses in one pair of glasses and 2 right-eye 3D lenses in the other. A relatively low-tech solution that has a big effect on the screen. Players need to be at eye level for the technology to work, and the game needs to support either a top-bottom or a side-by-side split screen. The result is a realistic, high-res picture while you speed through the race against your opponent. Another innovation is the development of drones as nighttime spectacles. They're becoming popular with event organizers as they are less polluting, noisy, and flammable than fireworks.
This is the Intel Shooting Star drone, and it does one thing, and it does it really well, which is to light up the sky.
Intel's drone light shows have been flown at events like Coachella, the Super Bowl, and the Winter Olympics. Like fireworks shows, synchronized drone displays require intensive planning. But unlike fireworks, the drones can be reused, making them far more environmentally sustainable. Intel calls drone light shows an intersection between art, science, and technology. The drones can be programmed to tell the story of the event they are performing at. The most complex shows use around 500 drones to fill the sky with spectacle. The drones are programmed using swarm robotics, a technology that was originally developed by observing the behavior of creatures like insects and ants. It's this link to the organic world that can make a flock of illuminated, unmanned aerial vehicles seem natural and even beautiful as they swoop across the sky. Drones are also finding a home in the world of racing. The Australian Army has its own team that competes internationally. It's a mix of gaming and real-life drone operation. Racers wear first-person view goggles, enabling them to see the drone's point of view. Using a video game controller, they send the drone hurtling around the course, reaching speeds of over 100 kilometers an hour. The sport is growing in popularity and is now part of the Invictus Games, the sporting event for wounded, injured, and ill veterans and active service personnel. It's starting to interest major sponsors, attracted to the excitement of a sport that requires exceptional agility and aerodynamic knowledge. And finally, the first electric flying car racing series is in development. Airspeeder will see pilots flying electric multicopters to demonstrate the potential of new, sustainable aviation technology. The eVTOL speeders have been custom manufactured by Alauda Aeronautics, with performance and ability as their primary objective.
The world's first look at this very exciting flying racing car.
Airspeeder is a glimpse of things to come as sports and entertainment continue to evolve in surprising and exciting ways.